Hi, in this video we're going to focus on how you can give value to someone you meet for the first time over a video call. Now, you might want to ask yourself, why is it important to provide value to someone that you meet for the first time over, for instance, Zoom? And the main reason why it matters is that if you are someone who freely provides value to someone that you meet for the first time, you're more likely to give a positive first impression, and you might be remembered as a person who is generous. Now that comes back at you, so we want to focus on trying to get as good karma as overly possible. And the way to do that is to first ask questions around where the person is now, then ask questions around where they want to be tomorrow, and then look for problems or challenges in between that can help us identify a problem area that they have. And if you're able to provide solutions to those problems in the very first meeting, then you're much more likely to come across as being a thoughtful and generous person. So to show a very quick example of how you can give that impression, we're now going to get into a quick case study. So here, what I wanted to show you is a very simple tool that you can use when you're having a meeting with someone. Now, you might not want to use this tool immediately. You might want to start by having a few questions back and forth where you ask them where they are now, where they want to be tomorrow, and then try to identify the problems in between. However, somewhere in the beginning of that conversation, you might identify that it could be a good time for you to share a checklist that you might screen share, and then ask targeted questions to help the other person realize that they have a problem, and then at the same time provide solutions by showcasing potential examples. So what I often use when I'm in meetings with someone is a 10-point checklist. And here you see that I've used a 10-point checklist to evaluate the profile of one of the people that I had a meeting with, in this case, Alyssa. And here you see that I've gone over these 10 points, and I've highlighted in red the areas she needs to work on, and in blue the areas where I think she's fine. And here in the end I have added a summary. All of these sentences here are linked to a video, so she's able to get more information about what it is that is covered in that particular point. And if we go here to the bottom, I've added additional notes to provide additional clarity. I provide a link to an article where she's able to see additional samples of how a profile can be laid out. And I provide links to a page that explains how you can set up a LinkedIn company page. In addition to that, I also provide links to other profiles that she can learn from. And I provide links to Recruitment Geek, where she's able to learn from other profiles in her profession, plus a quick link to Fiverr, where she's able to create banners for her profile. So what I'm trying to do here when I'm going over this in Zoom is I'm trying to provide as much value as possible within 30 to 60 minutes, so that she immediately goes, Bjarne knows his stuff, I want to work with him. Now, I know if I provide value to someone in the first meeting and they have the same mindset, I'm much more likely to get that person to agree to have a second meeting with me. And that's when I get into a trial proposal for a free 14-day period where we reach out to a target audience of their choosing. So what you see here is the very first important step, which is trying to provide as much value as possible. After I've gone over this document with most of the people that I work with, what I often tend to do is I download the document and I send it to them so that they have a reference that they can learn from, and so that they could use it themselves when they want to create their own sales funnel. Now, I strongly suggest you look at your sales process and try to identify tools that can be extremely valuable for you in helping customers trust you and the services or products that you are offering. Now, I have a little bit of a challenge for you if you found the content that I just went over with you useful. And that is to write a list of 10 questions that you want to ask prospective customers. And if they answer no to the question, then they are indirectly admitting that they have a problem. Now, you only want to do this for questions where you feel confident that you're able to provide a solution. And don't try to make it more than 10, because then the list can become too long, and you might find out that when you're just focusing on 10 questions, then it becomes a lot easier to go through those questions in the first meeting. It doesn't have to be perfect, it can be a rough overview. Just create 10 questions that you can ask someone who is a potential customer, and if they answer no to the question, then they admit to a problem that you might be able to provide a solution to. I hope you found that useful. I'll get back to you with more videos on how you can grow your business.